Hey, Reclaim Roots fan, it's Tika, and we're back. Our family's back to YouTube. I'm sorry, we kind of left it abruptly. We just took a break from YouTube and we haven't done any postings. I'd say we've been gone for about 2 years. So much has happened on YouTube since then, and so much has happened in our life as well. We really were just, trying to get ourselves settled into Ghana. We kind of knew that YouTube was going to be a task, but we also knew that having to settle after just relocating was something that was also very important. And making some major life decisions, we just needed to take that time. Anyways, when we last recorded, we were recording at the zoo, and then we also recorded at the Botanical Gardens, Legon Botanical Gardens. This is in Accra. If you've been here for a while, you've probably been there. It's a great place to take the kids. It's a wonderful botanical garden with lots of indigenous trees that you can learn about, trees and plants. It also has a play gym for the children, or a play area rather, a nice picnic area if you wanted to come and bring the family to picnic. And also there's some overhead walkways and overhead bridges that you could also climb. And it's just a great spot to go if you want a day of relaxation. Since the boys joined a homeschool community, we also go there with our homeschool community sometimes. So we've been there quite a few times. It's almost like our little go-to spot in Accra. One of the things that I found very challenging, both my husband and I, is that when we first got here, for the kids, there were a fair bit of activities, play gyms, bouncy castles. Some of the malls, they would have these types of activities. But as they're getting older, there's less and less fun activities that are suited for them. There aren't as many playgrounds as we would like there to be. And it's not a complaint, really. It's just an observation that there's still a lot of room for people and companies who want to provide entertainment to that primary age group, because they don't really have a lot of activities. And after school on the weekends, those are times where parents want them to be out. At least I'm speaking on my behalf, and some of my friends who also have children, we would prefer that our kids be out enjoying the fresh air, enjoying nature, rather than being stuck behind their screens. So that's the Botanical Gardens. Our next excursion was at the Accra Zoo. So we did a whole video on the Accra Zoo, and funny enough, we went back here not too long ago, and we got to see some of our friends, our lion friends. And when we got there, we discovered that they actually had baby cubs. It was so amazing to see, because the first time we went, we were told that they haven't mated, and the species is pretty much not completely endangered, but I guess they are. They're looking to try to save them. So they had baby cubs, and they said it was actually coincidental, or it was accidental. So it's so nice to see Mama Lioness and her babies, and we got to reconnect with the zoo one more time. I've shared in my previous videos that I love animals, but I also have a hard time. It's a hard struggle for me to watch them in captivity, because I feel like they should be out roaming and free, but it's also an opportunity for us to see them and learn a bit about them and what they bring to the earth. So that was fun and exciting. We had actually gone out on this particular trip with our homeschool community. So yeah, going to the zoo, hanging out, dining out, that is also something we do, and we have done. We've been going to, not too many times, obviously, with a family, you got to be mindful of your budget, but we do make sure that we can have some opportunities to go out and actually eat local food when we are at places that we trust, right? One of the places we really love to go to is the Living Room in East Legon. Their food is quite delicious. I have recently started eating more traditional foods, so, banku and stews, whereas when I first got here, it was pretty much fried chicken and jollof for the most part. But I'm starting to enjoy my stews and my banku, and just really taking in what is unique about Ghana. We are here. The kids also love it. They love the local cuisine. And yeah, so we go out, we try to maybe I'd say maybe once a week, go and have a sit down with each other just to reconnect and to take in some good food, but also to rest my hand, because cooking is something that, it takes a lot of time, especially when you're doing homeschooling, running a business, managing children, and it can become a bit taxing. So I don't ever pass up an opportunity to not have to do all of that, right? So that's really what it is. And we, like I said, with regards to this particular location, we enjoy it quite a bit. We've been there a couple of times, and it gets very popular. One of the things you need to know if you're going to go to the living room is that they have special meals on special days. So Sundays you can get your rice balls and you can get your omoto, and then on certain other days you get particular stews. I'm still a stew newbie, so please don't judge me. Please don't judge me as I eat my stew. I'm still a newbie, eating with my hands, eating my banku, so eventually I'll get there. I'll become a seasoned Ghanaian stew eater. But until that time, we're just going to continue to enjoy the scenes, enjoy the locations, enjoy the food. One thing I discovered about Ghanaian cuisine, being here as a Jamaican, is that the cuisine is very much similar to Jamaican food, right? There are so many parallels, and some of my fellow Jamaican vloggers and Jamaican in Ghana have pointed it out, and I think it's amazing to just note the comparisons. And I'd love to do one of those comparison videos where we look at some of the foods, like for instance wache, which is a Ghanaian breakfast. It's a heavy breakfast. It's almost like, it is rice. It's rice and peas. Usually it's cowpeas and or in Jamaica we call them gungu, or black eyed peas, right? And it's served with some stew or sauce from the gravy, and egg and spaghetti. Although some Ghanaians will tell you, spaghetti and wache doesn't go, but I hear from a lot of them that it actually does. But you'll see wache served like that. But it's a comparison. Its comparison in the Jamaican cuisine is rice and peas, which is red kidney beans and rice. So there's so many similarities. One of the things that is very different about dining in Ghana versus dining in Jamaica is Jamaica follows a lot of British customs, right? So, and even though Ghana was colonized by the British, we still maintain our traditional Ghanaian practices, one of which is eating with our hands. And I will admit that when I first got here, I was very squeamish about it, and I mean, I've been married to a Ghanaian for almost, if he ever hears it, I don't know. I'm getting the years mixed up, but we've been married for 11, we're going on 11 years, and we've been together for quite some time. So I eating with hands is not new to me, but I actually never really got accustomed to it until I got to Ghana. So that's just some of the nuances about eating in Ghana. As we continue on our filming, we have an opportunity to go and just see different places. And one of the places we went to was a pet farm where they actually sell pets, and we were gifting one of the animals, to one of our friends, and the kids got to see the various rabbits and chickens, and so there was a cockfight in the yard. It was like two men fighting over what, I don't even know, but it was interesting. And then in our neighborhood we tend to go for walks. I try to go with the kids. We haven't done it very often really, but we try to get out to see the neighborhood, to exercise our legs a bit, especially because they don't get as much physical activity. They do a bit of virtual school, and then they have a bit of schooling with their friends in Accra or in our area, but they don't really do a lot of phys ed. So taking them out to walk is really important, and I've got to practice it more, but we get so busy because our schedule is so tight that sometimes we don't get to do it. But I love those morning walks with them. We get to catch up and we get to, to see what's around us. Overall, as a family, it's been interesting the past 2 years. My husband has traveled, and we have been here, and it's been difficult to stay or to get used to that, right? Because we're not always together, but we definitely appreciate the opportunity to be bi-continental and to have that opportunity to see both worlds. The boys are Canadian born. They're Ghanaian. They have Ghanaian heritage, and being here gives them an opportunity to really see and explore and to learn their culture and to really get a firm understanding of who they are. They show up in our vlog because this is a part of their journey as well, and they're very active and engaged, and they want to show themselves, and they want to also demonstrate that they really appreciate being in Ghana. So yeah, we're here. We are not always here, but we are in Ghana at this moment, and we do travel, and but we love the place. We love it here. It has its ups, it has its downs, but we're still 100% believers that Ghana is a place that's developing, and as long as you have a mindset, an open mindset, and you are willing to look past the limitations, you're willing to look past, the things that most people complain about, you can create a beautiful life for yourself. However you do it, however you choose to structure your family, you can live a life of peace, and that's one of the things that I can say genuinely that we've acquired since being here. Thank you, Ghana. Thank you, just thank you, God, for giving us this beautiful opportunity to be in this country, this beautiful country, to share our experiences. Going forward, we're going to share more experiences with others, right? You'll see a little bit of our family, but you'll see a lot more about what others are doing here, right? How others are experiencing Ghana, the culture, what they're doing in terms of business and setting things up and, growing. That's what we want this channel to be, an opportunity for people to see and appreciate Ghana as a place where culture lives, where Blackness lives. If you are a Black person living in the diaspora, taking a chance to come here and just see it will give you an opportunity it will whet your appetite for the rest of the continent. It's not perfect. We're not going to show you all the glossy scenes and, the beautiful things and then leave out some of the blemishes. You'll see it all, warts and all, because that's what we experience here in our experience, right? So I hope this video has been interesting for you. It's been a little bit of everything, just to give you guys a recap as to where we have been and really where we plan to go. And we'll show you more. We'll show you more of our experiences as we travel Ghana and Canada, which is the next on our list. It's been a long time since we've seen our family, our loved ones and our friends, and we genuinely miss them. And we're hoping that, soon we can reconnect and breathe again, because, COVID has really taken a lot from many of us. And I hope that you, wherever you are in the world, that you are in good spirits, that you are healthy, that you are gaining wealth, that you are wiser, and that you are, forging positively towards your future. And tell us what you want us to share on this channel. This is an opportunity for us to provide you with insight maybe that you haven't seen, things that you haven't heard. And we'd love to be the ones to bring that to you. All right. So thank you so much. Don't forget to stay connected. Like us on Instagram, share our videos on Facebook, subscribe on YouTube. We're here at Reclaim Roots. We love ya. Take care.